In one of the old streets of the city, a poor boy sat beside his father's small street stall. Every day, the father sold a few pairs of socks, some pens, and a handful of balloons to feed the family. But that day, a soft rain was falling, and no one stopped to buy anything. The father sighed and said quietly, "Son, it's another slow day. People don't even look at our stall." But the boy smiled and said, "Maybe something good will happen today, Baba." Just then, an elderly man appeared at the end of the street. He walked slowly under the rain, tapping his cane gently on the wet ground. When he reached the stall, he paused, looked at the boy, and said, "Young man, I want to sell you this gold coin. How much would you pay for it?" The boy took the coin in his hand. It was heavy, shiny, and beautiful. He thought to himself, maybe it's real, maybe it's nothing. Then he looked up and said, "I don't know. Maybe $10. The old man smiled and said, "All right, thank you." He took the coin back and walked away. The boy's face fell. He said, "Baba, do you think the coin was really worth only $10? The father shook his head gently and said, "Son, the value of something depends on who understands it." The next day, to their surprise, the same old man returned, this time holding a small jewelry box. He placed it on the stall and said, "Yesterday I took the coin to a jeweler. He priced it at $10,000. The boy froze. $10. $10,000. The man continued, "I came back to tell you something important. Yesterday you sold the value of that coin too cheap, not because the coin was worthless, but because you didn't know its real worth." The boy stared at him, speechless. The old man placed a hand on his shoulder and spoke softly. "Remember this, young man. Your value is not determined by people who pass by without seeing you. You are not small. You are simply standing in the wrong place." The boy's eyes filled with tears. The old man added, "Stand where people recognize your worth, and your whole life will change." Then he walked away. But that day, the boy's life changed forever. Sometimes we fail to see our own value, not because we are unworthy, but because we are surrounded by people who cannot recognize our worth. Your true value doesn't decrease just because someone is unable to see it. Stand in places where your light is noticed, where your voice is heard, and you will shine, and where your existence matters. When you choose the right place, your whole life begins to change.